for more?
Greetings, gamers. Viewers, rather. Do you like games? Do you like scary games? Well, for this alternate Thursday, I figured I'd show you a blast from my past. Good old The Seventh Guest. Now, I'd love to show you the intro, but unfortunately that's 8 minutes long, according to the manual. And really that would take a little bit too long. So instead I'll just skip right past that and give you a brief look at this game. And oh, I still love this game so much. So many sweet memories. Well, not really sweet memories. As far as scary games go, I'm not that much of a fan. And the scariest game I've ever played really is probably this one. Maybe. Oh, the hours I'd spent in this house. Listening to the music, the excellent music. Solving the puzzles, well, most of the puzzles. Even now still thinking about this game. Even when I'm not playing it. The music just keeps haunting me. Everything about this game just sets the mood just right. The architecture of the house, the music, the movies, the scary stuff. Like for instance that you're using a bony hand as a cursor. Anyway, I should probably stop dawdling and actually get to do stuff. Now, I'm not entirely sure I got all the settings right to get this game running, because it will complain a lot while I'm playing this. However, to indicate just how old this game is, I'm gonna read a little passage from the manual. It's not anything really specific, very special, but here it says under the subject heading. Let's see, what does it say exactly? Right, in the glossary, where basically it goes to talk about the various system settings you can use to play this game. SVGA, or Super VGA. This is the preferred video mode that the Seventh Guest supports. This mode runs a rather high resolution, 640 by 480 with 265 colors, 56 colors. It's not Dutch, damn it. Keep that in your mind. Although using this mode requires a fast computer with a fast video card, SVGA is recommended for use with this product. If your system is not fast enough to support this mode, we suggest you upgrade your system to higher specification. Just reading that passage makes me feel old, you know? That resolution, those colors, was considered high-end at any point in time. Well, it makes me glad we finally got out of the Pentium era. Now, this game I have a little bit of a history with, because the first time I played this game was actually not on the PC. No, the first games console my family bought, and console is in scare quotes here because the games console in question was the Philips CDI. And I hated that thing. I loved it for what it could do, but I hated it for what it couldn't. Because my father was a bit of a tech freak at the time, and I figured he just wanted something unique in the household, for which you could use to either listen to music to or watch movies. I don't know exactly. It's a little bit of a spooky ambiance as the universe tries to enter the study. Well, when we first got the 7 guests for CDI, it got stuck in a puzzle. And we couldn't figure out why. Just not I, because that's ages ago to me. And so we even exchanged the game for another copy back at the dealer, because back then there were people that actually sold that game. And it still wouldn't. It would get stuck at the exact same place. Turns out, the CDI we got was an older version already, and couldn't run the game. I was so pissed. Alright, that's enough history for now. Although I will say, I missed Trilobyte. They made such good games. But I just couldn't let it go.
You'll need more than lenses to focus your thoughts on this one.
But according to the eulogy I read about them, they just couldn't see where they were just pushing too far. Right, now we're looking at Mars, at the canals that aren't actually there, and we have to form a sentence. Now I know this puzzle by heart, so there's no need for me to follow this, but I'll just show you very briefly why this game is a little bit tricky.
Now this doesn't make sense. Or does it?
See, by using commentary like that, it's very misleading because it makes you think you're actually doing something wrong. But with enough time and practice, you'll find you'll actually do something right, because this is basically just a puzzle of trial and error. And in the end, there's really only one way to solve this. Because you have to pick a letter that's connected to the next letter. It didn't also help that I played this game a little bit earlier on, way back before I actually learned proper English, so some of the puzzles...
Perplexing planetary poser. How puzzling. Perhaps a phonemic path can be phrased with a little postulation.
And see, explanations like that still don't make any sense to me. But that doesn't matter, because there is no possible way.
What twisted crime of logic would merit such a sentence?
And it gives such excellent lines like that. What crime of logic would merit such a sentence? It just rolls off the tongue. And our reward? A disturbing poem.
Built a house and filled it with his toys. 6 guests were invited one night. Their screams, the only noise. Blood inside the library, blood right up the hall, dripping down the attic stairs. Hey guests, try not to fall. Nobody came out that night. Not one was ever seen. But old Mad Stuff is waiting there. Crazy, sick, and mean!
Yeah. So basically, that really sets the mood for this game. Now, I'm not gonna be able to do any real advanced puzzles. Just quickly making sure. Because there's only really the one puzzle at the back here, but of course there's also this book, which is basically the book of clues, which you can use if you get hopelessly stuck. And to be honest, there's only been 2 puzzles in this game on which I got hopelessly stuck. And I believe it's the only 2 puzzles where you actually play against stuff. For some reason, I just cannot figure out, or could not figure out, maybe now I'm better at it, but I somehow doubted how to beat him. Let's have a look at this movie here.
My dear Mr. Dutton, welcome to my house. The arrangement is simple. You are to spend the night as my guest, and in exchange, I will give you your heart's most secret desire. And you know what that is, Mr. Dutton, don't you? I require one thing of you, a special service, a task that I've set up for you. There's a guest who hasn't arrived yet. A guest unlike the six of you, a very special guest. Your services involve that guest. You must wonder what that service is, but that is the game, Mr. Dutton. The puzzle I've set for you. This is all I can tell you, Mr. Dutton. In the morning, only one of my guests will walk out of this house with his or her every wish granted.
I actually took time to memorize that speech. I don't remember it now, of course, but still. Anyway, the reason why we're in this house, anyway, is to figure out why we're in this house. Who is the seventh guest? Because according to the manual, we're only identified as ego, which is basically just me. Or I in Latin. Who am I? Amazing that this place is so dark, even though there's lamps everywhere. Alright, let's go to the dining room.
I guess our host wants us to fend for ourselves.
Oh, I've tasted better fare.
At least he left his regrets.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
I don't know.
Oh, it says that we're each to have a piece. Exactly the same, including the symbols.
Why, that's impossible.
Impossible, you say? Pish posh. Anyway, let's look at the spooky event before I go into the puzzle. Well, that's a neat way to rearrange the table, but not really spooky. ESP never seemed that spooky to me anyway, but this dining room certainly does it. I mean, I can't quite tell what's on the painting back there, but there's a skull on the shelf over here. And the plates are basically just eyeballs.
Become a grave digger now, have we? You are a glutton for punishment.
Right. So now we have to cut up this cake into equal pieces. By the way, I apologize if the voices are not very clear, but this game doesn't come with any sound adjusting options. So basically, what you hear is what I hear, and I can barely make out some of the voices, but that may be because I'm using headphones, and the music is quite loud. Anyway, let's solve this.
2 skulls and 2 stones. The rest is just icing.
Ego does sometimes have useful hints, but don't really need him for this.
Created more equal than others.
Now, how how to best get the next bit. I can't really do that. I'm trying to figure out the most optimal way of doing some things, but well, sometimes you just have to figure it out. I have to pick pieces that are right next to each other, so I can't leave any empty ones. And I think I've solved it now. Yeah, I'm basically just trying not to mess up such a simple puzzle at the start of the game. But this one is easy enough to do.
Don't worry, I won't bite. Edward, we could help each other out. I could help you, and you could help me. Come and talk in my bedroom upstairs, where it's nice and private.
Well, very intriguing. Of course, that doesn't really make any difference. Is this anything else?
My room upstairs.
It's basically just the same hint. Alright, let's leave. More skulls. By the way, this is a game rated for 15 and higher, or over. So, if you're younger than 15, please turn off the video. And I think I can fit in one more puzzle.
It's easy to find a place to start. It's hard to find a place to finish.
Well, not that hard. So basically I need to put spiders all around.
I wonder if you will get the point of this.
Oh, I'm fairly certain I do.
Which way should I go now?
And I need to make sure that the spiders can crawl to the next position.
Which way should I go now?
This is again a very easy puzzle.
The points of this star are missing something. Which way should I go now? Which way should I go now? There's something missing. This star seems to have lost its sparkle.
Yeah, I'm certain those spiders don't help.
Which way should I go now?
curses!
Come on. Come on. Come. Please.
Shall I go on for a little bit longer? Maybe a little bit longer. Let's go up the stairs. And I suppose this is probably the imagery with which this game became well known, because I've seen it pretty much everywhere when the game was being published. Oh no, there's someone trapped in the painting or trying to break through the painting. I've always thought it was more funny than actually scary. I never really figured out what she's doing. And that's really the next clue. Alright. Let's go back downstairs. I don't want to be upstairs just yet, I think. But it's here for your consideration. In case I ever want to play this game again. I will do it properly from the start. But I just wanted to show it to you. It is a game very dear to me. And I wish Trilobyte would have succeeded. And not gone overboard with the 11th hour. Which I also have, but never finished, because it just doesn't quite feel proper within the series. For some reason, even though it's only the second in the series. And I understand that there's a sort of sequel coming to this game. But for now, this is over. Ah yes. The music. So nice. Doom doom na 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 na. Doom doom doom. Anyway, before I get entirely enraptured, I will leave you with Stau screaming.
Come back!
See you next time.